Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. So this is my 2016 Skoda Octavia MK3 and today we are going to change the coolant on my car because there are two reasons. Let me show you. The reason number one is look at the coolant color. So right now it's greenish, but the actual color that is should be present in this Skoda Octavia MK3 should be pink, which is the color of the G12 Evo coolant. The reason for this color is because the previous owner from whom I had bought the car had put in green coolant. So as soon as I got delivery of this car, I did a full service, I did a coolant flush, but obviously some coolant got left behind and it mixed with the pink coolant, and again the coolant color changed from pink to green. The second reason for changing the coolant is because when I put my AC into high heat mode, I do not get absolutely any hot air from the blower. I did a bit of digging and I found that the heater matrix can get choked. To investigate further, I opened the side of the dashboard. I looked at the heater matrix and I found that only one pipe which is going to the heater matrix is getting hot. The return pipe or the second pipe of the heater matrix was absolutely cold, which indicates to me that there is no flow through the through the heater matrix and the heater matrix is choked. Now I can replace the heater matrix, but what if the contaminants in the coolant again choke the new heater matrix? Okay, so I do not want that. So what I will do is I will flush the coolant. I will put in distilled water and I will ensure that the coolant remains absolutely clear for a couple of days. I will then drain the distilled water from the cooling system, and then I will put in the new heater matrix, and then I will fill the coolant system with the VW spec G12 Evo coolant in my car. So here is what I'm going to do. So this over here is the return line for the hot coolant, which comes from circulating from the engine and then back into the coolant reservoir. So I'm going to remove this hose and I'm going to take a long pipe, which you can see in this bucket. I'm going to insert this pipe into that big hose, and then all the used coolant will drain back to the bucket, and I will keep this coolant reservoir topped up by the distilled water, and probably after a few cycles the coolant will run absolutely clear. This is what we want. So right now it's pretty cold in Jamnagar. It's around 15-16 degrees. So the first step will be to get the coolant a bit warm. So I will drive the car around for a bit, probably till the temperature of the coolant hits about 50 degrees. If I ensure that the coolant reaches 50 degrees, I will not have to run the car in standstill mode for a lot of time. Because what I have seen is if the car is standstill, it takes a lot of time for the coolant to heat up and the fan to kick in and the thermostat to open. So let us go for a short drive. So the car is almost at operating temperature. Generally while driving and when the engine gets hot, the coolant temperature keeps steady at 90 degrees. So it's almost 90 degrees. So what I will do is I will switch off the car. And then we will move on to removing the hose from the coolant reservoir. We will do the full setup to flush the coolant and put in the distilled water inside, and then we will start the car. You have to be very careful when opening the coolant reservoir cap, because as you can see there is a warning on the cap that it might be hot and it might be pressurized. So never open the coolant reservoir when it's almost at operating or it is well below the operating temperature. So we have given this car a couple of minutes to slightly cool down, and then I have loosened the cap, and I'm also wearing protective gloves to prevent any hot burns. Be very careful during this step, okay? So I'm going to use this type of monkey spanner to press the hose open, and then I will pull down this clip and remove this hose. So now I am going to pull this hose from the coolant reservoir and insert it into this 3/4 inch pipe, so that all the coolant which is coming from the engine returning after being hot gets collected into this bucket. So here is the setup. The coolant hose which was returning from the reservoir is now inserted into this 3/4 inch hose. This hose is going to the bucket, and in order to ensure that this hose does not come out from this hose, I have put in a Jubilee clamp and tightened it. It's fairly secure, and I'm hoping this won't leak. But if it leaks, I will have to reroute this hose from the bottom, so that all the coolant does not leak from this arrangement, and it flows freely into this bucket. Now we will start the car. Just to show you what I'm using, this is a 5-liter jug of distilled water which I got from a battery shop. It is recommended that you use distilled water, but some people also do it with tap water. But if you have distilled water available, if you are doing it in a planned way, I think it's better to use distilled water. It's a bit costly. It has costed me 20 rupees per liter, but I think it is worth it. So we will keep this bottle ready. As soon as we start getting coolant from this hose into this bucket, we will start pouring distilled water from the reservoir mouth, and we will ensure that the level does not drop below the minimum level. We will always keep it filled in order to ensure that no air goes into the coolant system. I have started the car, and just because we gave it a couple of minutes to cool down and 70 degrees, so we'll have to again bring it back to 90 degrees. So as you can see, some coolant had started flowing, but I also noticed that there was a leakage from this arrangement that we did. Some coolant got out into the engine bay. So I immediately stopped the car, and I have retightened this Jubilee clamp, and let us hope it does not leak again. So I have stopped the car. The problem that we are currently facing is that since I am adding cold water to the system, the temperature actually falls down when I am adding the water. We are not reaching the 90 degrees operating temperature, and that is why the fan is not kicking on, and I also suspect that the thermostat won't open. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to improvise. We will have to restore the full system, drive around for run the engine stationary till we reach operating system operating temperature, and again try this flush. And let me show you what we have collected till now. So this is a 15-liter bucket. We have used about 5 liters of distilled water till now, and this is what we have collected. So it's green in color, right? So this is how it's going. This is the color of inside the coolant bottle. We'll also have to remove this silica gel bag. So sometimes the silica gel bag breaks, and it also chokes the coolant system. So I have restored the connection. I have not put on the clamp back on yet because I have to open this hose again. I have put in the lid. I have slightly tightened it, not fully, and I have started the engine. Now let us wait for the operating temperature to come back. So I am holding the accelerator till around 1800 RPM, and we have reached the operating temperature of 90 degrees, and we will wait for the radiator fan to kick on. By that we can ensure that the thermostat has opened, and all the residual coolant which is behind the thermostat also flows back into the coolant bottle, and then we can again open the coolant bottle up and drain the coolant or the distilled water from there. Bit of a status update. So I have gone through 4 5-liter distilled water bottles, and this was the color after the first 5 liters went in. Okay. And so on the left, this is the second 5-liter bottle, this is the third 5-liter bottle, and this is the fourth 5-liter bottle. I did not have a pen or marker with me, so what I did was I tied the cable ties to the bottles. So the two cable ties signifies the second flush, third flush, and fourth flush. The color is pretty much similar, I would say. Yes, the first flush is quite a bit darker. This is the second flush, third flush and fourth flush. I feel fourth flush is a bit lighter, but nonetheless it's not clear till the fourth flush. So I have again restored the connections, and I am raising the RPM of the engine till 2000 RPM, and I am hoping that the thermostat is open and all the residual coolant or the green coolant or the mix of coolant is getting diluted by the distilled water, right? So periodically what I'll do is I'll switch off the car, I will again open this hose and route it to the empty distilled water bottle and pour fresh distilled water, and the cycle is continuing. So right now I have 2 more bottles left, and I feel those won't be enough, and I would have to continue doing this flush again and again. Let's see how many bottles do I have to consume. So I guess I was looking at the bottles from the wrong way. Now since the light is coming from this direction and passing through these bottles, you can see that this is the second flush, which is quite darker. The third flush is a bit lighter, and the fourth flush is still lighter than the second flush. We will keep on pushing. So status update. I ran out of 30 liters of distilled water, and probably I have a couple of liters left, but I have kept that as reserve because I will have to get new distilled water. There is no two ways about it, because the second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth, this is the color of the sixth flush. This is the sixth flush, this one, and if you can see, this color and this color is pretty similar. So I think it will require probably 6 more flushes to get it to absolute distilled water. But I'll have to go to the battery shop and get more distilled water, and that is why I have stopped the job. And I have kept a couple of liters in reserve, because if I get a low coolant warning light on the dash while I am going to the battery shop, I can top it up. So this is the situation after some days. So the last video that we saw, I was doing that cycle continuously. I was putting in distilled water and taking out whatever comes out from this return line, right? So I must have used around 60 liters of distilled water, and after 60 liters of distilled water, the water in the tank was almost clear. So that told me that there was no residual green coolant in the system. I drove around like that for around 1 week, and today I got the time, it's the next weekend. So what I did was I took my car to the garage, because obviously you have to drain the distilled water first, right? So to remove the distilled water, the coolant the distilled water had to be drained out from the radiator, and I did not have jack stands or lift, so obviously I had to come to the garage. So the car was put on this lift. As you can see, the car was put on the lift, the car was lifted up, and all the distilled water was drained from the radiator. And after it was fully drained, we put in new coolant. And again, one trick that I used for removing air, what I did was I again connected the vacuum cleaner to this return line, and while the mechanic was putting in the coolant inside this coolant reservoir, I was sucking in air from this return hose. So I think almost all the air is out from the system, and I am just now waiting for the car to reach the operating temperature. And this is the color of the coolant now.